pretty much failed as a YouTuber and didn't get much footage. But let me show you what I got, and then I will tell you my do's and don'ts from the trip, what I learned, and how to keep happy tummy and happy hormones, because, friends, I almost pooped my pants. Let's rewind to the first day of my trip. Hi friends, my name is Shaz and this is Shazness Wellness. I'm so excited. I'm at the airport and I'm ready to go to Punta Cana. I've had a rough couple of days though. I peeled off half my nail, which wasn't fun, so I'm rocking this at the beach. I was like feeling lightheaded, and I also suffer with traveler's constipation, but every time I travel, I try a new morning routine to see if it will help me go, but I think I just get anxiety and excitement to go travel, so I just don't go, and then I get this terrible tummy ache. So praying I go. I'm definitely not gonna be on a diet on this trip. I'm going with my entire family and I'm so excited. So stay tuned, stay tuned. Take me back. Oh my gosh, I always get post-vacation depression. My heart just belongs near the ocean. I am Shazzy. You know, like Moana. Anyways. And I didn't get much of a tan, which was sad. It was one of my coldest vacations. It was raining a lot. It was quite windy. I didn't get much ocean time, but I'll take any time over 0 time. So I am back now in Toronto, Canada, and I thought I would have way more time to talk to you guys in the camera while I was there, but 5 days is just not long enough of a trip. I've learned that. So that's my first don't. Don't go for 5 days. What is 5 days? 7-day vacations or 10 days? That is my first tip. I was really enjoying every single moment with my family, and it felt good just to have my phone away and my camera away. So I thought I would recap here with you guys since I'm back and give you some of my do's and some of my don'ts to ensure that you can have happy hormones and a happy tummy. So if you're new to my channel, just a little recap. I have PCOS, which is polycystic ovarian syndrome. I have Candida yeast overgrowth. Well, I suffer with it. And I also have irritable bowel syndrome and leaky gut. So I suffer with a lot of gut issues, and going on vacation always gets me a little anxious because I never know what kind of food is going to be there. But there are some things that definitely can help me and might be able to help you on your vacations. So I'm just going to dive in. So here are my do's. The first thing that I need to do is get my bowels moving. I don't know about you, but I get traveler's constipation. Every single time I travel, I get excited, I get anxious, and I can never have my normal morning poop, and it's probably because, you know, my flight times are early and I'm typically scheduled for my bowel movements. Usually comes at the same time every single morning. But what I've been noticing that helps is chugging hot water with chia seeds. Chia seeds are very gelatinous and they're slippery, so it really helps to get the bowels moving in the morning if you suffer with traveler's constipation. The second thing I noticed I really need to do in order to have good digestion is to chug water right in the morning. So when you're on vacation, you're busy, you're probably drinking alcohol, you're in the sun, it's really easy to get dehydrated, but you also want to wake up your digestion. So chugging room temperature water. So I say room temperature because if you have cold water, it's actually going to slow your digestion. You want things that are room temperature or warm. So chugging your room temperature water or going to the buffet or your breakfast and having a nice warm water like lemon water or decaffeinated tea. Don't make your coffee your morning fluid just because caffeine is going to dehydrate you, and it's best to fit something in before that. If I missed out on my morning water or morning hot tea, I noticed that I felt a lot more bloated and I just didn't feel as hungry for breakfast. My third to-do is pick your cheat foods. Okay, so I am gluten-free, dairy-free, egg-free, soy-free, sugar-free. Okay, so I had to pick and choose my battles. I typically don't have fried foods. I typically don't have potatoes and rice. I like to stick to a paleo-based diet, but you're on vacation and it's important to find balance. So I told myself going into this trip, my cheat foods are definitely gonna be French fries, rice, and alcohol. So my go-to drink was probably a no sugar mojito. It's flavored with mint and lime and lemon, I think. So it was pretty much my go-to drink, and I had lots of fun drinking mojitos. The fourth thing that you need to do is pack your desserts, pack your snacks, do what you gotta do. I brought my 100% chocolate, so I pretty much buy 100% cocoa paste. I've gotten to the level of enjoying chocolate in its purest form. It's not for everyone because it's super bitter, but what I would do is I would go to the buffet and then I would go back to my room and sneak in a little chocolate for dessert. It helps you to ensure that you don't cheat and you go for things that you should be avoiding on your trip. The other thing that I brought that was really helpful was brown rice cakes, like the little rice crackers, and I brought sunflower seed butter. It worked really great as a snack. I would just put sunflower seed butter on my rice cake and then have them as snacks in between the day or at night when the buffet was closed and I didn't want just fries. And the fifth thing to do is practice gratitude, mindfulness, meditation, or journaling. This was the first time that I was not able to practice and I felt extremely off. I'm not gonna lie. I liked my soul food. I liked staring at the palm trees. I liked reflect. I like to meditate and I like to write down everything, but my 5-day vacation just didn't feel like enough. I didn't get any time to journal, and honestly it really messed up my hormones. For me, as someone with PCOS, I have elevated cortisol and my stress hormone is always elevated. If I don't make conscious efforts to try to bring it down, it really affects everything. So because I didn't get time to practice mindfulness and gratitude and journaling, I was actually extremely late for my period. So I was supposed to, lucky me, I was supposed to get my period the first day that I got there, which was on Monday, but I did end up getting my period till Thursday. I mean, positives for me on my trip, but also negatives because my hormones were so off. My family was noticing I was a little bit off in my moods, and I was in extreme ovarian pain because my body was expecting the menstrual cycle and then it didn't come. All right, let's move to my don'ts. My first don't is avoid sketchy sauces. Oh my gosh, so I'm a big meat eater, but resorts try to have all these fancy sauces and make everything taste good, and you know, I'm used to my plains, my go-to salts and peppers and chili powders and paprikas, and God knows what they're putting on my vegetables and my meats to make it taste good. But okay, so there was one day there was like this pork stew and I was like, ooh, looks good, and I had it. Literally the second I finished eating it, I was like, ran to the room and almost pooped my pants. So if you don't know what's in it, avoid it. In terms of my meats, from there on out, I literally went to the grill and asked them to just grill my chicken or my beef on the grill right there and there, so I knew exactly what was on it and I spiced it myself. My second don't or do not do is mix your foods. So this is a big one for me. Now it might not be for you, but I've noticed that when I combine certain foods, I get extreme tummy aches. So I cannot combine carbohydrates, especially fruits, with meats and proteins. So, and that's just because of physiologically how the body works. When you digest something like fruit, it is very easily digested and it does not require any stomach acid. When you eat something like meat, it takes a very long time to digest. It requires stomach acid and a lot of stomach churning. So when you mix those two together, they're polar opposites. And if you have meat in your stomach that's taking forever to digest and is pumping out acid, and then you have fruit sitting on top, say as you ate for dessert, and it's just done digesting, it's just gonna churn and bubble and ferment on top. Look up food combining if you're interested in it. My third don't is don't get drunk in the day and the night. Pick and choose, guys. Do you want a day drunk? Do you want a night drunk? And this is not for the average person. Like if you have a strong tummy and you can handle your liquor, you know, you can definitely do a day drunk, night drunk. But if you're someone like me who has PCOS and the sugar in the alcohol is gonna affect your hormones, and the sugar in the alcohol is gonna affect your candida, and the alcohol is gonna affect your stomach, you can't just do both. Your stomach is gonna be like, pfft. So yeah, one day I decided to get day drunk, night drunk. Wasn't a fun day. Let's just keep it there. And my last do not is avoid caffeine past 12 p.m. Now again, I say this for me because I have PCOS and I am used to living a caffeine-free life. But on vacation, I want my Caribbean coffee. I love coffee, it tastes so good and I want it. So one day I decided to have coffee for dessert after dinner. Not the best idea. I was really wired until like 2, which was great for my family because they were like, yeah, Shaz is staying up and partying. But it really, really affected my sleep. The next day, I was super lethargic and I just felt like my hormones were extremely off. So, learned my lesson, only had coffee for breakfast. From there on out, and if I wanted my dessert, I had to mission it back to my room, eat my chocolate or my sun butter with my rice crackers. So that's gonna be it for this video. I just wanted to show you the 2 supplements that kind of saved my life on my vacation. Number 1 is Estro Smart. So Estro Smart is a natural supplement for women who suffer with imbalanced hormones, especially someone who is missing out on their period. Like I said, I was extremely late for my period. Typically, I take 1 of these pills a day and I boosted it to 2 to help kind of push my hormones in the right direction. Finally got it on Thursday, so this was a lifesaver. The second supplement that was a big lifesaver was my digestive enzymes. I speak about them a lot. This is what it looks like. But you can get any digestive enzymes. Realistically, it helps break down the food that you can't. So it's just a good way, it's a good safety of in case you're eating sketchy sauces, you pop one of these before you eat and then you'll hopefully not get a tummy ache. So thank you so much for watching. It means a lot to me. Please give me a thumbs up if you liked this video because it lets me know what type of videos you want me to make. Leave your comments below. I wish I could have vlogged more on my trip, but like I said, I found the balance of just having fun with my family and it was such a great time. Please sub to my channel. I make videos every Wednesday and I believe my next video I'm gonna show you what my natural deodorant is because it worked wonders on my trip. XOXO Shazness Wellness. Bye friends!